Unless I lost Gwen again. It's weird, if it sits idle, it's almost like she disappears. And good evening, Friday night basketball here on WLTN, WLTNradio.com, 1400 AM, 98.5 FM, and it's Chris Kapler, John Lafitte, and Adam Reitzma here at the Foley Fieldhouse, getting ready for the Division IV Finals. The boys' last game of the season for the entire school, and it will be with the boys in the finals. Number 1 undefeated Littleton taking on the number 2 Portsmouth Christian Academy. Both teams in the maroon and, well, actually Littleton's in the white. Portsmouth Christian coming out with the black warm-ups, and that's how the warm-ups will begin. And they've got 13 minutes to warm up, and Littleton will be ready for this Portsmouth Christian squad. Portsmouth Christian only getting a 2-point victory on the Engineers on the semifinals, but they got the win to move on, and now they got to face these undefeated Crusaders. As far as the squad for Portsmouth Christian, they've got a roster of about 15 guys. They've inherited two players from Dover this year, and 2 of them, well, one's in the starting lineup, and the other one is in the reserves in the 6th-man spot. So they pretty much have a guard lineup, these Portsmouth Christian guys. They've got about 3 or 4 deep on the guards that will shoot from the outside, and then they'll crash the boards. And you'll probably see the starting lineup, at least with a Caleb Gendron. He's a small guard and has a decent shot. You got the man from Dover, Kalani LaFleur, and he's got some height. He's a center. He almost plays the center position, but almost shooting forward, and that will be one that Littleton will have to shut down or tucker out. You've got Sean Bradley. He's a small guard that pretty much sets up the playmaker. And last game they started Andrew McCormick, who's got some height. Not sure if he'll be in the starting lineup tonight or if they'll switch things around with depending on what Coach Howard puts on the floor for speed, but he did start the last game. And then you've got Joseph Toll, another big man for the Portsmouth Christian Academy. And then what they do is they have 3 guys, at least 3 more that they sub in. They've got this 42, Devin Smart, and he's not afraid to shoot the 3, and he's a big man too. You'd almost think he'd be a rebounder, almost the size of Schaefer, but instead they hold him on the perimeter and he shoots 3s. And I guess he has some issues with his knees. He's got tendonitis in both knees, and so if I'm Coach Howard, if he's in the game, I'm going to run him ragged. And we'll see if that's the game plan when he does come in the game, and obviously don't let him shoot. He will hit a 3 now and then. He wasn't on too much against Woodville, but again, this is a new day and a new game at the Plymouth State University, and anything can happen on this court. Anybody can become a streak shooter in a matter of seconds. And then you've got Paul Stodd. He's a 5'11" forward junior, and he's pretty much a rebounder that'll come in the game and relieve some tired legs out there for the Christian crew. And then you got one more that usually shows in, that checks in, and that's a Joseph Yoon. Woon will pretty much be a reservist for the guard spot. So usually if he comes in, he's coming in for a guard, again, to keep the legs fresh for this Portsmouth Christian Academy team. Again, Woodville almost had it. They had a 4-point fourth quarter, which allowed these guys to tie it up and take the lead with about 2.5 left in the fourth quarter. And they are able to hold on with a 2-point lead and win the game. And that's what's gotten them here. Littleton Crusaders, they took care of business with Grofton, and they had the lead all game, and I think it got tied at one point, 20-20, and then after that, Littleton got a surge and kept it for the rest of the game, and it was hard for Grofton to come back. So again, game plan for Trevor Howard, play defense, get rebounds, hopefully have a couple guys out there that can shoot on a consistent basis, and give these guys some havoc with the full court press, that 2-2-1, and cause those turnovers, or at least get the possessions back, and limit PCA to the number of possessions they will have on the boards. And Littleton should be in good shape for tonight. We will find out in about 9 minutes or so, but all right. And moments away, about 8 minutes or so, we will have that jump ball. Another note, Littleton's finest, Victoria Thompson, will be singing the anthem tonight in front of this crowd at Plymouth State Foley Fieldhouse. She sung at the quarterfinals for the girls, I believe, or actually finals for the girls. And she'll be singing again for the boys, because the boys had the second game of the night for the semifinals. Otherwise, she probably would have sang it 3 times here. But she will have the microphone tonight to give us the anthem for tonight's matchup. And she always does a great job, and she'll get to do it another time in front of this, it's pretty much a maroon and white crowd all around. Portsmouth Christian's colors have the maroon and white. Like I said, they're wearing the black warm-ups to kind of set themselves apart. And Littleton in the maroon warm-ups with the white shorts for tonight. And both teams still stretching out and going through some normal routine drills, getting ready for this one. Good crowd on hand. Full squad here. The pep band is here. We've got cheerleaders, the spirit squad here. We got some nice goofy heads there in the crowd. The big heads of the seniors, I want to say. It's at least Schaefer, Kuba, Moody. I think Allingwood was part of that group, and Brammer. Yeah, so we got the senior big heads. They used to, on the figurines, you used to call them a bobblehead, but these guys are going to have their own big head bobblehead in the crowd, I guess. So we got a great maroon section tonight for the Littleton squad, and we're right across them. We're right in our spot, right here in the corner, right next to Coach Howard's bench. So we're going to see things firsthand right here, getting the information to you as this one winds down. Still 6.5 to go, and should be an exciting game to finish off the season. Again, last game of the season, it's last game of the playoffs. This closes out winter sports for the Crusaders. And way to do it in style. It's going to be the finals here at Foley Fieldhouse. The number 1 and the number 2. And probably can't ask much for a better matchup than that. And like we said, once we see the lineups come out, we'll be able to give you better matchups. But right now, we're thinking it's LaFleur, Bradley, Gendron, and one other, McCormick, most likely. So that's who they started against Woodsville, and they actually struggled with Woodsville. Again, Woodsville had that, they had the lead for all the way into the fourth quarter with about 2.5 left, but they only had a 4-point fourth quarter, and that will give any team an advantage to get a win in any game when you just don't play consistent quarters. So the Crusaders can come out here, put 15, 20 points a quarter, and keep ball control. And then don't be surprised if all of a sudden PCA goes on a surge and all of a sudden Coach Howard brings the stall in, because we've seen that with some playoff games too, even with guys in foul trouble. Now, he doesn't have to worry about that because he can go 2-3 men deep off his bench, so he can keep the tempo of the game. But we've seen it where he stalled almost a whole quarter and a half because of either foul trouble or, and that was probably two or 3 years ago, and ended up putting him in good shape by halftime, and still gave him a chance. I think they ended up winning. I want to say that was probably the Newmarket game in semifinals here a couple of years ago, which allowed a fourth quarter comeback, and ended up taking a lead with like 3 minutes left. I want to say that was when Nick Whipple was playing. So that must have been 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, but that was a good, that was the strategy, but he doesn't need that strategy with this crew. He's got a full bench. He's got he can, like I said, he can go 3 deep in any position, and we've even seen it in some games that the Crusaders have been in foul trouble. We've even seen the third man off the bench get in foul trouble, and they still go with the full squad and stay aggressive. So, but I would say, if anything, you got to watch the LaFleur. He's the inside guy who's going to try and get rebounds. He tries to get the jumpers, and then everybody else kind of is a sporadic shooter. They will shoot it, and they'll crash the boards and follow their shot. And again, they have a big man, Devin Smart, and for some reason they like using him as a perimeter shooter. He's a big boy too, and it's just interesting that you would not have him in the paint trying to seal off a couple other maroon jerseys on the defensive end to get those rebounds. So But that's the strategy of PCA, so we'll see how it goes. PCA hasn't had this opportunity in a while. I think this is their second time in a final, and basis, but they've acquired these two guys from Dover on the high school level that came over to the academy, and again, LaFleur is one of them, and the other is the one we just talked about, Devin Smart. Otherwise, these other seniors, the other four seniors on this squad, Caleb Gendron, Bradley, Lovern, Toll. Yep, those are the other four. So those guys are the ones that have actually been here all 4 years. So it's kind of a change of pace for them. So amazing what happens when you can get two decent, talented guys, I guess. It completely turns your program around. So just see if Coach Howard has done his scouting report and is able to shut them down. And of course, it's the players that have to do this. Coach Howard can give them all the information they can, but it's up to the guys on the court to perform. And that's where that consistent shooting comes into play. And, well, hopefully, John, we've talked about it. Hopefully we'll see some post-game tonight. We always see the outside shooting for a while, and really the inside game is almost like the backup to get out of the hole. But it'd be nice to see him to run that offense and get some crisp passes into the paint and just get some easy points. PCA's crowd right there. You heard the Crusader crowd earlier, and no, it's going to be definitely six-man is going to go to Littleton. Littleton definitely got the power of the maroon and white in this crowd, and so here we go. PA announcer for the Foley Fieldhouse, getting these guys all psyched up, ready to go, as it's the number one Littleton Crusaders taking on the number two Portsmouth Christian Academy. And again, thanks for everybody listening in. Thanks to Gwen in the studio taking care of us. John Lafitte, Adam Reitzman, Chris Kapler. And one of our sponsors, Littleton Chevrolet, wants you to know that they're changing up their Facebook page. Check out their Facebook. They're going to have some new stuff out there. And they want you to know that give you some good deals and exclusives by visiting their Facebook. And, just relaying that information to you, and they're always a big sponsor of WLTM Sports. And they always take care of the Crusader Nation. And so here you go, you hear the cheer battles back and forth as the lineups for PCA are first. You're going to get Sean Bradley, the first man out. The second is going to be the guard, Caleb Gendron. LaFleur, the big man, he's the third guy out for this PCA squad. This is a new one, I think, 33. No, Joseph Toll. And the number 15, Andrew McCormick, will be the last one out for the Portsmouth Christian squad. So here we go, Littleton Crusaders getting ready to be announced to come out of the tunnel and onto the court. Fans on their feet getting ready for this one. Good crowded house here at Foley. First one out, Cooper Paradise. There you go. What a difference in the crowd. Six-man right here. Danny Brammer, the shooter. Logan Briggs, big man, center. Be the third man off the bench coming out onto the hardwood. Kazarian, the other shooter. definitely got to get them in sync with between Brammer and Kazarian. Flip-flop that defense. And the last one out, player of the year, Kuba Krukowski. So there you go. There's your starting 10. And now, Victoria Thompson will have the honor of singing the national anthem for both schools tonight. And after that, we will have tip-off here at the Foley Fieldhouse. Bring it to you on WLTN, WLTNradio.com, 1498.5 FM. So here we go, Victoria Thompson. Victoria Thompson with another excellent rendition of the anthem. And that means it's game time. Almost 7 o'clock. And we're ready for a tip-off here at the Foley Fieldhouse for the finals. It's going to be the number 2 versus the undefeated Littleton Crusaders. Littleton in the maroon and in the white with the maroon trim. And it will be, they're going to go left to right. And PCA will go right to left. They're in the maroon with the white trim. So, it's the Battle of Maroon in the Foley Fieldhouse. And it's going to be LaFleur going up against Krukowski for the jump ball. Everybody's set. Everybody's ready. Everybody's making noise. And here we go. Tip is on the way, and it's going to be first possession to PCA. PCA gets it over into the hands of Toll. Toll will go back to his point into the hands of Bradley. Bradley at the foul line, moves it back over to Gendron. Gendron back to Bradley, back to the right wing to Gendron. Back to Toll. Toll wants to pass it on the left side. Now he goes to the right side into the hands of Gendron. Gendron to Toll at the foul line, goes back to his wing to LaFleur. LaFleur wants the money ball off the brim, sticks right there, and it goes into the hands of Briggs. Briggs now. He'll move it up the court. He's going to take a jumper. No good. Rebound LaFleur. So one shot apiece, nobody on the board. And it goes back to PCA, and it's Bradley with it who'll get it to LaFleur. LaFleur now going back up the left sideline, gets it in the hands of McCormick. McCormick puts it back out on the right wing for Bradley. Goes back into the hands of Toll at the foul line. His jumper no good. Rebound will go to the Crusaders. Here comes Briggs. Briggs at the point. Head fake. Goes over to the left wing in the hands of Kubo. Goes back to the point to Paradise. They swing all the way back into the right corner for Briggs, who finds Kuba in the paint. And Kuba's six-footer is good. Crusaders on the board, 2-0. 6:45 here in the first quarter. Portsmouth Christian checking out this 2-2-1 press. And now they get it over the timeline, but it's stolen by Brammer. Brammer had it, lost it out of bounds, and it will go back to PCA. But the Crusaders being patient, and so wasn't PCA. But this press definitely will have a factor against that PCA squad. Bradley with the possession. It's going to come over the timeline, get it off to Gendron. Gendron right at the top of the circle for LaFleur. LaFleur's got nothing there, it's stripped. Side Kazarian gets the loose ball, and Paradise will have it. Paradise, crossover, gets past Bradley, still going. Dishes it off, but deflected out of bounds. And it will still be Littleton ball. Littleton will inbound on the baseline, right side of the basket. Inbounds play. It's Kazarian with it. Kazarian's going to pop it right out to Briggs. Looks for Kazarian, gives it to him, but he's guarded. Puts it back out to the point to Paradise. Paradise will go right wing, flip it around now. They get it to Briggs. Briggs stripped from behind, and they're going to get a reach-in foul on Caleb Gendron. Gendron is all set, tagged with that one. First foul in the game, 6:02. So here we go. Inbounds play will be Brammer, left side of the basket on the baseline. Brammer all the way back out to the circle over Kazarian. Kazarian goes left wing now to Briggs. Briggs spin move, puts up the jumper. No good. Rebound LaFleur. Tipped around, and somehow Paradise comes up with it. Deflected, and it goes into the hands of Brammer. Brammer will reset. Whipped around to Kazarian on that left wing to Paradise at the point. Paradise setting up the play. Wants a pick from Kuba. Dishes it off to the right wing to Brammer. Back to the point is Kazarian. Kazarian trying to penetrate. Feeds Briggs. Briggs looking for a lane. Still dribbling. Passes off to Kazarian. Kazarian drives in. Dishes it to Briggs with a baseline jumper. No good. Rebound tipped around, and PCA's got it. Here comes Gendron, the guard. Going to pass it off to LaFleur, and it allows Littleton to set up some pressure. Bradley and LaFleur will play pass. He whips it into the front court for Toll. Toll gets stripped, though, from Paradise. Give him another steal. Still 2-0 with 5:08 to go in this championship game, first quarter. Paradise with it. Goes over to the left wing into the hands of Kazarian. Kazarian looking for an opening. Nothing there. Finds Brammer. Brammer wants the money ball. Bam! Money ball! Danny Brammer! 5-0, 4:50 to go, first quarter, and here's a souvenir, and it's going to be a turnover, and that will go back to Littleton, and now you got a timeout by Coach Atkinson for PCA, as he's only down 5-0, but the Crusaders have kept them scoreless with 4:46 to go in this first quarter, and Littleton actually not playing the fast-paced game, John. They're taking their time with offense and looking for that open shot. All right, so timeout is over. We'll get ready for action again. Crusaders doing the job so far, 5-0 with 4:46 to go. First quarter here at the Foley Fieldhouse. This is the championship, the finals of Division IV boys. And here comes Paradise. Paradise over on that left wing is Brammer. Brammer looking for an opening. Picks up his dribble. Now he's got to get rid of it. He'll go to the right wing to Kuba. Kuba now finds Paradise cutting across, deflected, and it'll go into the hands of Toll, and here comes PCA. Gendron with it. Gives it back to Bradley. Bradley will play the point. Now they're over the timeline, and Gendron will get it to Toll. Toll with the outside jumper. And give him the money ball. Bam! 5-3. PCA on the board. And so the Crusaders up with 4:07, and here comes Briggs. Briggs will flip behind into the hands of Brammer. Brammer will get it into the hands of Kazarian, gives it back to Brammer, and give him another money ball. Bam! 8-3, 3:54, and we got a deflected ball on the pressure. And Crusaders playing great defense in the defensive end. And now we got substitution. It'll be number 20, Paul Stodd, who's known for his guard abilities and rebounds. Always the sixth man or seventh man. Inbounds play. Kuba already getting a foot on it. And so PCA will have to inbound again. Stodd with it. We'll put it back into the backcourt for Bradley. Bradley will give it to LaFleur and place a pass. Now he'll go over on the left wing into the hands of Toll. Toll now will play it to Stodd, who gives it back to Bradley at the point. Bradley trying to get it into the foul line. Briggs right there to deflect it, and Paradise gets the loose ball. And now we're going to have contact on Bradley, trying to get the steal on Paradise. So the second foul on PCA. And with 3:34, the Crusaders will inbound in front of the scorer's table. Kazarian with it. Gets it out to Paradise. Paradise will go left wing into the hands of Brammer. Brammer back to Paradise. Paradise looking for a seam. Gets it off to Brammer. Brammer left to right. Dumps it in the corner for Kuba. Kuba wants to go baseline. And they're going to have a foul on the floor as he had the whole baseline. And he draws the foul, but it will be a possession foul. And so there will be an inbounds play behind the basket on the left side for Littleton. Here's Paradise. Paradise to inbound. That foul was on Toll. That's his first. All the way back to the point is Brammer. He'll give it over to Briggs on the left wing. He wants a shot off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound will go into the hands of Joseph Toll. Toll will get it to LaFleur. LaFleur right over the timeline into the hands of Stodd. Stodd will hit his wingman, Bradley, who now goes back to LaFleur. LaFleur at the point will go swing it around to the right wing to Toll. Toll and LaFleur will play pass. LaFleur with it. LaFleur will just give it hand with a flip behind to Bradley. And now goes off to the opposite wing in the hands of Toll. Toll in that right corner. There's McCormick. McCormick feeds it into his paint. Shot put up by Stodd. No good. Rebound deflected by Briggs, and it goes in the hands of Brammer. Brammer with it. We'll get it to Briggs on the right wing in the offensive zone. Briggs taking the jumper. Puts it up. No good. That's like 3 misses for Briggs right now. We need the hot hands out there. Still early, though. 2:35, 8-3. Crusaders up. Here comes Bradley. And you're noticing, John, not too many second chances either. A lot of rebounding going on for PCA. Shot put up. That was Toll putting that shot up. Kazarian gets the rebound. It's going to be a foul on LaFleur. And really, the rebounds, John, are going both ends. PCA isn't getting a lot of looks. They're getting one shot. We're getting the glass. But it's also happening to us. We're taking shots and only getting maybe one look. So, all right. Substitutes. Ellingwood in the game. And Rodriguez in the game now for the Crusaders. Paradise is on the bench. And Briggs, I believe. No, Kazarian. My bad. So here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez will throw it to Briggs in the corner. Nice lob pass to Kuba, just a little too far. It gets into the hands of LaFleur. LaFleur almost walked with it. Still in the backcourt, and it's Toll who has to make some time. He's still in the backcourt and finally in the front court, but that was a long 10 seconds. And the big man now, Smart, is in the game now. And here's a running jumper. That was LaFleur. And PCA within 3, 8-5 now with 1:47. But here comes Kuba, and let's see, knocked over the big boy, and that's his role. He's taken so many charges this season. It's actually had a write-up about it. The big man, Smart, he has tendonitis in his knees, so he doesn't jump. He stands still, and there's a player control foul on Littleton, and it goes back to PCA down 3, 8-5 with 1:44. So that's just got to be awareness on the Crusaders who's in the paint, because he will sit there and wait for someone to come in and drive. LaFleur with it. LaFleur in the backcourt. Heaves it all the way in the front court. And there is Smart. Smart from the wing goes back to LaFleur at the point. LaFleur trying to get it down, and there's Stodd. Stodd underneath the hoop, but that's a clean rebound for LaFleur, and now PCA within 1, 8-7 with 1:18 to go. Ellingwood with it will go left wing to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Brammer. Brammer to the right wing to Kuba, goes in the paint, and it's going to be deflected around as Ellingwood tried to pass it out, and it will go out of bounds, and it's still Crusader ball. Ellingwood to inbound right in front of the scorer's table, right in front of PCA's bench on the right side. They rotate it around from Brammer over to Briggs. Briggs against this Smart. If you think you're Briggs, you should get him in the post. He's got the advantage on the Smart. But instead, they're keeping him out on the perimeter. Briggs in the corner. He'll go baseline. He just beat him and two-handed off the glass. And they won't last long in there if he has to guard Briggs. That's the mismatch right now. 10-7 with 42 ticks. Here's LaFleur. LaFleur at the point. Throws it over to Bradley. They'll just play pass in the outside the perimeter. It skipped over, and here's the big man shooting. Up and over, no good. Rebound Ellingwood as he got the rebound over LaFleur. Smart didn't miss by much, but he will shoot it. He has no problems. Here comes Briggs. Briggs feeds it off. A layup missed. I think that was Ellingwood. Had a chance at it. And now we got a jump ball, and Ellingwood will get it back for the Crusaders with 17 ticks on the clock. They're up 3, 10-7 with an inbounds play. Brammer to inbound, trying to set up this three. Gets it to Briggs. Briggs going to go baseline again, and he got the foul on the big man. This big man cannot move. That is their weakness for PCA. That's their 15th foul in this first quarter. First one against Smart. And so Brammer will inbound underneath the basket. They tried to get it to Briggs. Here's Kuba. Kuba, catch and shoot. Put down the J. Big hoop there. 12-7 with 10 seconds to go. Moved up the court. Here's Stott. Stott gets it into the hands of LaFleur. LaFleur puts it up. Double block between Briggs and Kuba. Ellingwood with it. He'll hold on. And there's the buzzer for the first quarter. And a good first quarter for the Crusaders. 12-7. We'll take a couple spots and bring it back. You're listening to Crusader Basketball right here on WLTN. Oh, I can hear you, Gwen. That's good. Hopefully it stays that way. Yeah, just one spot. Let me know when you do a Littleton Chevrolet, because I have to promote their Facebook whenever you do one. So. See, that big kid can't move. They should take that to him all day long when he's out there. Yeah. Yep. All right, Gwen. All right, welcome back. Friday night basketball here on WLTN, WLTNradio.com, 1400 AM, 98.5 FM. It's the finals, Division 4 here at the Foley Fieldhouse. And the Crusaders are up after the first quarter of play, 12-7. And now you have Gabe Annan in the game, who's giving a breather. And Ellingwood, Briggs, Kazarian, and Rodriguez are out there. And this 42 is still out there. Devin Smart. And we saw it, John. He doesn't have the footwork to contend against these guys, so it'll be interesting why they stick him for the defensive matchup. But they must need him for the three-point shot. That's what he shoots. So let's see what happens. PCA will have the first possession of the second quarter. And here's LaFleur, and it ended up being Rodriguez trying to take him out. And Rodriguez bumped some knees or something there. Nose maybe? I don't know. Did you see, John, if he got it up high or? Yeah, so, and he's hurting. Yeah, so, and he's calling for Coach Howard right away, and that is not a good thing. Trainer is out there with him. And so they will take a break to talk about strategy at this point, and then they're going to tend to Michael Rodriguez and see what shape he's in. Okay. That's right, he missed some time for that. And he's trying to fight it out. You can see him scrunching his face with his emotions. He's not going to go out this easy, being in a final. And he got bumped just right. He actually was trying to attack the ball handler, and then they kind of collided. And so now Michael Rodriguez on the floor, and there is some chanting there by PCA Littleton fans didn't like. I was paying attention to the floor. I don't think it was too sportsmanlike, and they're already under the gun this season for their cheering, so should be interesting what the NHA does with them next year. Rodriguez still being tended to. Anyway, this is in the second quarter, only 8 seconds off the clock, 7:52. And the Crusaders up 12-7. That was the first possession for PCA. And PCA was trying to run the offense when Rodriguez collided up at the point, and he ended up going down. So trainers are there, though. We're at Plymouth State. They got some of the great athletic staff here. And they will take as much time as they need to make sure he is good to go, and to at least get him to the sidelines or even the locker room. And so that's where the action has gone so far. But the Crusaders getting a good first quarter, 12 points in, working their offense where it needed to go. And now Rodriguez is on his feet. And now they're asking him, obviously, if he's in pain with putting the pressure on. And he will be carried off by both coaches, Howard and Paradise. And that means it will be Cooper Paradise coming back in for Rodriguez as Rodriguez toughs this out onto the bench. And the trainers will look at him along with athletic director Greg Fillion to see what's going on, to make sure he's okay. So here we go. Play will resume. Paradise back in, and here goes PCA with the possession. It'll be Gendron putting it in the backcourt for LaFleur. LaFleur still has to go against this pressure, and they'll work it around between a man on the foul line and two wings. That's where the triangle will be. LaFleur puts it right into the seam for Yoon, and Joseph Yoon denied. Was that Briggs again, John? Oh my, what a block. And so Yoon coming to find out what the paint's about. And here we go. They'll keep possession. They'll inbound left side of the basket. Yoon will get it to LaFleur. LaFleur trying to make a move on Briggs. No good. Ellingwood with another rebound. Ellingwood will get it to Paradise. Paradise moving up the floor past Bradley. Gets it up to Kazarian on the right wing. Goes back to the point to Briggs. Briggs holds up, gets it to Annan. Annan will flip back to Paradise. Paradise to the right wing to Kazarian. Here's Annan underneath. Could have got the big man with another foul. Got him in the air, went right by him. And again, 42, not doing much. And that's allowing the Crusaders to put 2 more points in. 14-7 with 7:08. Here comes Yoon. Yoon over Briggs. Gets it off the glass. No good. Rebound Briggs. Briggs rips it away. And Paradise will have it and get it up to Ellingwood. Ellingwood, spin move on LaFleur. Puts it down in the corner. Here comes Briggs. Briggs to Annan. Flips it back to Kazarian. Puts it in the corner for Briggs. Briggs shot no good. Rebound. Annan, and he gets the foul. And what board work now, the maroon and white, the Crusaders are doing to this PCA squad. That's going to be on Stodd, the 6th man for this roster. And so that puts Gabe Annan at the line for 2. 6-team foul on these Eagles. First one, no good. But he'll get another one from the line. Annan with another one, and that one's no good. Flipped around, and it's going to be out of bounds off Briggs. And so he'll go to PCA with 6:45. They're down 7, 14-7. And trying to get this game back up to tempo with that delay on Rodriguez. So here comes the press breaker. Stodd getting it to LaFleur. They get it back to Yoon. Yoon will get it over into the hands of Bradley. Bradley, Yoon, and LaFleur all up at the top of the perimeter and trying to find some room. Here comes LaFleur up against the big man. Puts the layup in. No good. Had the layup. Briggs trying to get the rebound. Briggs trying to get another rebound. And now we got a foul on the 3rd or 4th rebound. LaFleur not too happy on Littleton's defense, but it was after that caused the foul. Just too many rebounds in the paint. And it allows, looks like Stodd to go to the line with 6:22. That's only the 3rd foul on the Crusaders, and the first one against Ellingwood. Paul Stodd is going to get one, and it's no good. And in the finals, we saw it with the girls with Sunapee, John. Free throws, a big contributor to these matchups. Taking his time. Second one on the way, and that one's no good either. Loose ball. LaFleur there. LaFleur got the loose ball, flips it all the way back out to the point, and PCA will maintain possession. Here's Stodd at the foul line on the floor. Loose ball. Briggs has it. It's tied up. Jump ball will go to the Crusaders. And so good hustle there by the maroon and white. Everybody hitting the deck. And we got Brammer coming in and Kuba coming in. Ellingwood taking a seat, Annan taking a seat. And so pretty much back to the starting 5 with 6:10 to go in this second quarter. And here comes some pressure by PCA. So Paradise will have it. Gendron back in, and Gendron will take care of Paradise, but Brammer has it. Brammer moving it into the front court, and Littleton will set up the offense. Over on the left wing, Kazarian playing pass with Paradise. Paradise back to Kazarian. Kazarian with a lob pass to Kuba. Kuba has 2 on him, and they're going to call the foul on one of them. And that's going to be the 7th team foul on PCA. And it's going to put Kukowski at the line for 2 with 5:51 to go. Second on Stodd, so the 6th man already getting into foul trouble. Kuba hits the first one, makes it 15-7, 8-point edge for the Crusaders with another one from the strike. Second one, in and out, sits on the rim, almost went, but it doesn't. The rebound will go to McCormick. PCA with it, LaFleur with it, goes right to the midcourt into the hands of Gendron, who gives it off to Toll. Toll double team, good defense by the Crusaders, and PCA will set up the offense with LaFleur at the point. LaFleur at the foul line for McCormick, his pass deflected out. Two white jerseys there to deflect it. And so it'll go back to PCA, and they'll inbound right side of the basket. It'll be LaFleur with it on the baseline. And here comes the inbounds play. Kazarian trying to defend it. McCormick will get it, go right back to the point to Bradley. They'll swing back around. Here comes LaFleur baseline. LaFleur trying to throw one up, gets his own rebound, counts the bucket and the foul. And again, that's just a wild shot going to the hoop, John. And that's what they did against Woodville. They follow their shots, get those boards, and this time it turns into a possible three-point play for PCA. And that's what they're known for. They're known to get rebounds. 15-9. LaFleur with the bonus off the back of the rim, and there's a rebound by Briggs. So still 15-9 with 5:22 in the half. Here comes Kuba. Kuba going coast to coast and count the bucket. And the foul. And that's that transition game, John. Kuba getting it on the wing and taking it all the way to the rim to beat his defender. And so now Kuba will go to the line, 17-9, eighth team foul on this PCA squad. Free throw put up, and it's good. Three-point play for Kuba, 5-17, 18-9 Crusaders. And here comes PCA. Here comes Gendron. Gendron gets to McCormick. McCormick tries to feed it off. He lost it. Couldn't make the right pass, and it goes back to Littleton on the turnover. So Littleton, Coach Howard telling him to settle it down, and Kazarian will get it to Paradise. He'll get it to Brammer near the midcourt. Brammer will just dribble away from traffic and get it in the hands of Kazarian. Kazarian back to the point to Paradise. Paradise looking for an opening, gives it to Kuba. Kuba just pops it out and gives it back to Paradise. They swing it back to the right side, put it baseline to Kuba. Back to Briggs, he wants the shot. Money ball, Logan Briggs, bam! And you got a timeout again from Coach Atkinson. Two money balls in this game for the Crusaders. Briggs makes the big one and makes it 21-9 now. Wide open shot, and he drains it with 4:46. So far, John, first half looking good. Things going Littleton's way, even with Rodriguez on the bench trying to tough it out. And like we said, unfortunately, he can't play. Still, Coach Howard has options, but Rodriguez definitely a factor, being the defensive player out there, and may come into play the second half. But right now, it's just the LaFleur game for PCA. LaFleur, you can see that's who they're trying to set up, and he's going to the hoop, and like they said, most of their games they will put up and attack the basket and then try and get shots where they can get the putbacks. And so Littleton, obviously the game plan going in the locker room will probably try and limit the rebound chances for this PCA squad. But right now, running some great defense, running some great offense for the maroon and white. So here we go. It allows Littleton to set up their defensive pressure from this timeout, and PCA will have it in the backcourt. Here comes Toll. Toll gets it in the front court from McCormick. McCormick, no good. Loose ball will go in the hands of Gendron. Gendron will get it back to Bradley. Bradley at the foul line for Toll, puts it in the corner for Gendron. Gendron back to Bradley. He'll go off and give it to LaFleur, back to the foul line for Toll. Toll stripped from behind, but this time Paradise got him. But that's what Littleton's looking for. They see it go to that free throw stripe, and the guards collapse from behind and try to get a swipe on it to deflect it. And it's been working so far, but this time a foul on Paradise. That's his second. And so Ellingwood will be in the game to give him a breather with 4:25 to go in this first half. Crusaders up 21-9. PCA with the possession. McCormick in the corner. Here's Toll. Toll gets the shot over Briggs. Briggs will get the rebound as he comes up short. Ellingwood puts it up to Kuba. Kuba taking it coast to coast. Dumps it to Brammer. Brammer taking it. No good. Rebound will go into the hands of PCA. Here comes Bradley. Bradley trying to get some space. Gets it up to Gendron. Gendron pops off the high back of the rim. Rebound tipped around back to PCA into the hands of Gendron at the foul line. They'll set it back up with Bradley. Bradley over the left wing is LaFleur. LaFleur down into this corner. is going to be Gendron. Now in the foul line for Toll. Toll trying to go behind the back with a fancy pass, and he passed it right to Kazarian. Kazarian gets it to Ellingwood, who gets it to Kuba on the baseline, goes back to Brammer. Brammer from the foul line. Shot put up, no good. 3 maroon jerseys there for PCA, and they'll handle the rebound with no problem. LaFleur with it with 3:29, still down 21-9. Here's Toll. He wants the money ball off the back of the rim. No good. Hit the upper shot clock on the support beams, and so that's a dead ball. And so the Crusaders will get it back. And again, Joseph Woon is in the game for PCA. So Ellingwood in the backcourt, and here comes some pressure by PCA. Brammer and Ellingwood will play pass. They get it up to Briggs. Briggs actually plays beneficial here as a guard with his ball handling skills, because they don't bring McCormick out, so it allows him to get over in the half court. Briggs stripped in the foul line, gets rid of it somehow to Ellingwood, who gets it into the top of the key for Kazarian. Kazarian back to Ellingwood. Ellingwood pops to Brammer. Brammer on that point goes the left wing to Ellingwood, and now goes in the post for Kuba. Puts it in the corner for Briggs off the front of the rim. No good. And Bradley will get the rebound for PCA. Bradley passing it up to LaFleur, and LaFleur will have to make some space. He gets past Brammer. Spin move against Briggs. Briggs shot, no good. Good defense. But there's LaFleur again getting it and getting the putback. It's the LaFleur show in the paint. 21-11 with 2:28. Here comes Kazarian. Kazarian to Brammer. Back to the point to Ellingwood. Gives it to Briggs on that left wing. Puts it in the post for Kuba. Kuba blocked by LaFleur. And now we have a foul on Ellingwood trying to get the loose ball. And so that will be the 5th or 16th foul on Littleton with 2:17. 16th foul. And now you got Eric Schaefer coming in to replace Briggs. The second, well, right now they got Cooper up there with 2. Oh, there we go, Ellingwood. Ellingwood with 2. So 2:17 to go. They're going to put Briggs in to try and get some boards. So in the backcourt, PCA trying to get past the pressure. Deflected ball goes into the hands of Ellingwood. Ellingwood up to Kuba. Kuba goes in and gets the foul as he tried to finger roll it up over the rim. Gets the contact, and he'll go to the line. And that's going to be the 9th team foul on PCA with 2:05 to go in the half. But it doesn't matter, as Kubkowski will take 2 from the line. That's going to be 2, though, on Bradley, the point guard. First one is good. Second one up and away is good. 2 for 2. And now we got a substitution. It's going to be Devin Smart back in. And so going to take advantage while Schaefer's in the game. This kind of switches it. This kind of gives the advantage to PCA as far as the mismatch, because Schaefer doesn't play the outside too much. So let's see what happens. So here comes PCA with it, and it will be LaFleur with it with 1:57. Everybody waiting for the 10 seconds. They got it in, and here comes Woon. Woon, and there it is in the corner, and count the bucket and the foul. Money ball, bam! And that's what we said. I said that will be his the weak point, and they get it into the corner for a 3-point play, and he's going to the line for 1. As it was one of the guards who tried to come in and help. So 23, let's see if they put the score up there yet. And Briggs will be back in the game for Kuba. So Kuba getting a breather now. So it looks like it's 23-14 even after that big 3. The second is going to go against, well, let's see, who did get that? Number 10, Kuba. Ellingwood will get the rebound on the missed free throw. So there it is. Yep, second on Kuba with 1:42. Ellingwood will flip back to Kazarian. Kazarian spins to the left, goes back to Ellingwood. Ellingwood at the point, looking for an opening. Will get it off to Brammer. Brammer over to Kazarian. Kazarian now back to Brammer. And now we got a foul underneath. Now let's see what that's all about. LaFleur with the phantom foul, and you got Schaefer in there. So Schaefer trying to play his game as a post player, but they're going to say he took them out. And the crowd not too happy on that, as we had the flop going underneath. And of course Littleton in the penalty now, so that will put LaFleur at the line to shoot some free throws. And the first one, actually, that was against Briggs. It wasn't even against Schaefer, where you figured the big man would have been the one taking out the muscle. Instead, it's the stick figure, Briggs, getting called for a physical foul. So here's LaFleur. LaFleur will take at least one, and he'll clank it. And the rebound will go to Kazarian. And Littleton will have it with a minute 25, up 23-14. Here is Kazarian. Puts it right down the corner for Annan. Annan in the game now. Gets it off to Ellingwood. Ellingwood at the foul line, trying to make some space. Picked up his dribble. Puts it in the paint. And let's see, they're going to call a foul on 42. That's against Devin Smart. And so what comes around goes around. And that's going to be 2 on him, I think, John. So that's a big whistle there with a minute 12. And those are going to be 2 shots because PCA is in the double bonus. And our big man, Eric Schaefer, at the line, who can drain free throws. Let's see if he can do it tonight. Crusaders up 23-14. First one on the way, and it's good. Schaefer, that's his spot for the big man. Free throws all day long. So he'll get another one from the stripe. Waiting for it here. So here we go. Second one as he gets set, puts it up, and it's good. All net. Schaefer, always known for that free throw form. 25-14 with a minute 8 to go. Here's LaFleur. LaFleur trying to get it over onto the wing. They get it over to Smart. Smart's ball, no close. But it's Gendron getting it, and they give it to LaFleur and count the bucket. And I think that one's on Schaefer. Again, wild shots from the outside. It's hard to rebound because they're like not close to the rim. And it's almost like you're passing it off the glass to them. And then they're getting these opportunities. So LaFleur gets the bucket and the foul. 25-16 with a shot from the line, and he misses another one. Free throws, definitely the story for this PCA crew. 25-16 with 53 ticks. Here's Kazarian. Kazarian over to Brammer. Brammer picks up his dribble, finds Kazarian at the point. Kazarian will free up Brammer, and let's see if they stall it for the last possession with 44 ticks. Looks like they're taking their time. Schaefer at the foul line, double team, passes off to the wing. Ellingwood will take the shot, no good. Rebound, and it looks like somehow Annan coming up with it, and Annan will hold it up with, well, looks like Bradley got his hands on it. And so a jump ball, and that will go to PCA. So PCA can keep chipping away here. They've got 30 seconds on the clock. They're only down 9 now. So here comes LaFleur. LaFleur passes it off, and here's a strip by Ellingwood. Ellingwood taking it all the way, and what a block by LaFleur. And he's the one who can sky. He's got the jump. And he waited for that one, and he puts it over into PCA's cheering section. But that was a good effort by Ellingwood to go full force to the basket. So 20.4 on the clock. Littleton has it. Annan will get it to Ellingwood. They'll swing it around, and here's Brammer at the point. Brammer kicks it over to Annan. Annan looking for an opening. Loses the possession. Here comes LaFleur. He's got it wide open, and LaFleur will finger it in on a layup. Kazarian trying to get it up for a last-minute shot. Here comes Ellingwood. Ellingwood gets contact. And what a big foul there as Ellingwood pushed it up the court. And so the buzzer won't sound, and Ellingwood will go to the line for shots because it's double bonus. And that's a big whistle there as you get an uncontested layup down here. And now you might give the points right back to Littleton on that foul. So a huge whistle there. And it was Ellingwood with the hustle to get in the front court. The foul definitely took place before the horn sounded. So there's no doubt about that. And so that will put Ellingwood at the line. And he'll get the 2 from the penalty. He wasn't shooting, so there's no 3. PCA doesn't like that, but there was contact. And I guess we're just waiting for an explanation on the bench. Or making sure they get the correct player on the call. They're going to reset the clock. They're not going to kill it. They're probably going to put less than a second up there, or 1.2. Maybe not. Still waiting to see. Anyway, Crusaders up 25-18. This could put them up back up by 9. We're just waiting for the officials to get it all organized here. And they will. They'll put .1 on the clock. And so this half isn't over yet. And Ellingwood will be at the line to shoot free throws. And PCA still again not too happy that they are going to lose a possible 2-point gimme as Ellingwood will put the first one in. Again, LaFleur got the breakaway. He had an uncontested layup, but Coach Howard said go, go, go. And it created this opportunity. The second one off the back of the rim. So that's how it will almost end. There's still .1 on the clock. So Crusaders will have to play defense on the court. Don't let anything long go by. And nope, that's it. It's going to be the half as both teams go to the locker room. So halftime here. Let me get some water here so we can fresh up for the second half. And there you go. So both teams out on the court. Third quarter action. The Crusaders are going to go right to left now towards us and in front of the Trevor Howard's bench. And we'll go left to right towards the scoreboard. And here come those stat sheets. Always a good job by Plymouth State providing those. And the Crusaders will have the first possession of the third quarter. So here we go. It will be Paradise. Paradise in the corner, puts it to Briggs. Briggs over LaFleur, no good. Loose ball will go into the hands of Toll. Toll getting it all the way up to McCormick. McCormick gets the transition on 2, and that's too easy there. Coach Howard probably didn't want that coming out of the locker room. You get a rebound, and then before you know it, you're laying it up on the other end, and now Littleton only up by 2 possessions, 26-20. Here comes Kuba. Kuba trying to get contact, no good. McCormick will get the rebound. It will go out to Toll. Toll moving it up the court, gets it to LaFleur, and LaFleur will just toss it back to Bradley. Bradley moving it up and gets it over to that right wing into the hands of Toll. Goes back to the point to Bradley. Bradley looking at LaFleur, but instead dribbles by him. Now he'll go to LaFleur at the point. Holding the ball with 7 minutes to go. Crusaders up 26-20 in this third quarter. Still a lot of time to go. Here's LaFleur. It's stripped. There's Briggs. Briggs gets it out to Kuba. Good hustle play. Kuba slows it down and gets it out to Paradise, and Paradise will slow it up. Who gets it to Kazarian? Kazarian flips back to Briggs. Briggs looking at the perimeter shot, but instead flips back to Brammer, who gives it to Paradise. Paradise looking to split the hole. It's split from behind. Here's LaFleur, 3-on-2. LaFleur going right to the hoop. Finger rolls it up, and now PCA within 4. 26-22 with 6:26 to go. Here come the Crusaders. The Crusaders getting it over to Briggs. Briggs in the paint. Spin move. Looking at McCormick. Puts a high off the glass. Forced that shot. And now LaFleur's got it. And you can hear the frenzy from PCA as the Crusaders had a healthy lead in that first half, especially going into the second quarter. And now they've cut it to 4. And here comes LaFleur on that right wing. Skips it around to Gendron, who hits Bradley. Now they go to Toll. Toll straight away wants the money ball, but no good. And the rebound will go to Paradise. Paradise will get it up into the hands of Brammer. Brammer, crossover, made him look good. And his shot no good, but there's Kuba with the putback, no good. And the rebound will go to Toll. And this is what happened with Woodsville, John. Second half, it almost like was Dry Gulch City. Nobody could get a bucket. So the Crusaders got to get back into their game. Here's another miss by McCormick on the baseline. Rebound will go to the Crusaders. Paradise with it, looking for an opening. Has to flip to Kuba, who puts it at the point to Brammer. Kazarian on the left wing. Kazarian trying to get around, and they're going to get a hand check on Caleb Gendron. And so that'll be the first on PCA with 5:15 to go in this third quarter. And so the Crusaders will inbound in front of Coach Howard's bench. It will be Kazarian with the possession. So here we go. And he'll just put it near the timeline to Paradise. Paradise now over to the right wing, and there's Brammer. Brammer looking for Kazarian. Tried to get it over to Briggs, and they got picked. Here comes McCormick. McCormick misses the layup. And there's a reach-in foul on frustration on McCormick. He had a wide-open layup. Littleton didn't even go after him, and he misses it. Oh, my, what a turning point there. 26-22, 5:03. And the rebound ends up going to Littleton. So here comes Briggs. Briggs at the perimeter. He wants to go all the way in. Swatted again by McCormick. PCA stepped it up, John. You can feel it. Here we go. Brammer over to Kazarian. He wants it. Off the rim. No good. Kuba will get the rebound as he boxed out LaFleur. Gets it to Brammer straight away. That's off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound will go into the hands of Toll. Toll gets it up into Gendron. Gendron no good, and Kazarian will get the rebound. And it looks like Kazarian might have pulled something. We'll see if he's all right. He limped up a little bit. And here comes the offensive zone. Brammer with it. Foul line. Kuba trying to go up against LaFleur, and they're going to get a reach in. And there were two PCA players there, so it'll be interesting if it's against Bradley. Nope, it's LaFleur, the big man. So 26-22, 4:26. The Crusaders still with 26 points. They haven't scored. It's about halfway through this third quarter. Paradise to inbound, left side of the basket. He's on the baseline. Has to get it open, and he gets it. Brammer to Kazarian into the box for Briggs. Briggs, spin move, baseline, no good, overshot it. Rebound, and LaFleur has another one. LaFleur is going to bring it up the court. He's over the timeline. He wants to go all the way to the paint, and they're going to say Brammer got him, and he draws the foul. Now let's see if they give him two shots. They do. So LaFleur will go to the line. They can get within one possession with 4:13 in this third quarter. Paul Stodd getting ready to check in, and Coach Howard wants a full timeout. What a flawless first half. Not flawless, but a great first half for the Crusaders. All of a sudden, like, they just showed up to the game in this third. If they usually get through it, they don't do too much damage in that quarter. So in this case, it's the third quarter. And then usually in the fourth quarter, they get pumped up enough that, well, we've seen a bunch of buzzer beaters this year, so maybe that's the direction it's going again. So LaFleur with the first one will go in this time. They were not too great from the free throw line in the first half, but this is the half that it's going to count, and he gets the first one. Second one on the way, off the front of the rim. Two Crusaders there, ball bouncing around, and Kuba will chase it down and get it in the hands of Paradise. Paradise with it. Going to get over the timeline, looking for the opening. And now he'll finally pass to the foul line to Briggs. Briggs trying to go backdoor, got it to Kazarian, can't get that one to go. And what a setup that was. Just came up short. And LaFleur will get the rebound. So PCA can tie. It's within one possession, 26-23. Here goes Stodd over the big man, no good. Gets his rebound, puts it back up. And it's against the Crusaders again. And Paul Stodd, the rebounder, will go in for a possession. Nope, not going to say a shooting foul. So PCA will have to inbound. They're only down one possession now, 26-23, 3:39, and they're really turning it on in this third quarter. Stodd to inbound baseline left side. Gets it into LaFleur. LaFleur all alone. Killed the bucket and the foul. And they're going to give Briggs for that, even though LaFleur was really kind of leaning into him. Probably good defense there, but they're going to get it on the big man. That's the second on Briggs, and you can be all tied up here with 3:37. That's the third on Briggs. And we're all tied up with 3:37 here to go. We got a tie game. Whoa, my. 26 all. So here come the Crusaders. Brammer going over the right wing to Paradise. Paradise almost throws it away, gets into the hands of Kazarian. They rotate back around. Here's Briggs in the paint. Here's Kuba. Kuba stripped. Blocked by LaFleur again. Loose ball on the floor. It's thrown out, and it's going to stay Littleton possession. A lot of jerseys hitting the floor for both sides. You can hear it going back and forth. 3:10 to go, third quarter, 26 all. Crusaders will keep the possession right in front of the Spirit squad. Kazarian will throw it in the backcourt for Paradise. Paradise to reset this offense again. Gets it to Brammer. Brammer gets a pick from Kazarian. Kuba rotates to Kazarian. They get it to Paradise and puts it in the corner for Briggs. Briggs in the paint again for Kuba, but deflected away by LaFleur. Briggs trying to make a move. Puts up the shot from the free throw line. No good. Give LaFleur another rebound. And LaFleur will try and bring it up in the front court. Here's Gendron. Gendron's shot no good, but rebound McCormick. His shot no good. Ball tipped around. It's in PCA's hands. They get it out to LaFleur. LaFleur puts it up, and now we got to travel. Holy smokes. It's all PCA this quarter. 26-26. And now you got Ellingwood coming into the game. Paradise will take a seat with 2:35. So here we go. Here comes Brammer. Brammer will get it over to Kazarian. Kazarian looking in the corner, gets it to Briggs, sees a cut by Ellingwood. Ellingwood trying to go to the floor and gets the foul on PCA. So here we go, 2:24. That's just a possession foul. That's 4 on PCA, 3 on the Crusaders this third quarter. And now you got substitution. Woon is in. Bradley will take a breather. And so Ellingwood will inbound left side of the basket. He gets it right to Kazarian. Kazarian thought about it, did the head fake and didn't shoot it. Gives it off to Ellingwood. Ellingwood at the foul line. Flips back to Kuba. Kuba going to flip back to the point to Brammer, who finds Briggs. Briggs inside the foul line. Going to pop. No good there again. And it's out of bounds. And so that will be Littleton possession again. And just Littleton just not finding the hot zone. So here's the inbounds play. They find Kazarian. Kazarian will give it to Ellingwood in that right corner. Ellingwood back to Kazarian. Kazarian looking for an opening. We'll go left wing now to Brammer. Brammer getting a pick. Still has to sit on the outside. Puts a head fake up. Almost loses it, but Kazarian chases it down. Kazarian will give it to Briggs. Briggs looking for an opening. Heaves it all the way across to Brammer. Brammer wants a shot. No good. Rebound McCormick. And PCA has a chance to take the lead with 1:42. And Gabe Annan getting ready to check in for the maroon and white. So here's LaFleur. LaFleur will pass it off to Woon. Woon back to LaFleur. LaFleur penetrating in, dumps it off. Here's McCormick. McCormick fouled from behind. And that will stop the clock with 1:28. And if that is Briggs, that's 4. That's a huge pivot point for this PCA squad. Sorry, John. Give me a little bit of bath there. It is. It's 4 on Briggs. So that puts McCormick at the line. Chance to take the lead for PCA. First one, no good. And again, free throws. Gonna be the issue for this team tonight. And Annan will go in. Briggs will take a seat. Question is, when does he come back in the fourth quarter? Second one on the way, and that will hit and drop dead and go through. 27-26, first lead change with 1:27. Here's Kazarian. Money ball! Bam! Oh my! Oh, big shot there. He's wide open. And the Crusaders get it back. 29-27. Here comes PCA. Stodd throwing it down underneath. He'll get it into the hands of, looks like Gendron. Gendron to LaFleur. LaFleur will pass it off, deflected out of bounds, and it will stay PCA ball with 57.8 on the clock in this third quarter. And Coach Howard wants a 30-second timeout to talk it over and get these guys synced up again. Big shot there by Cy Kazarian, the first bucket with 1:27. And what happened to Woodsville? They only got 4 points in the fourth quarter. What's going on with Littleton? 1:27 left, and they only have 3 points in this quarter. So PCA must do something right to keep teams to that will do wonders going into the fourth quarter. So here goes PCA. PCA with the inbounds play, left side of the bucket. They try to throw it in, Annan gets the steal. Throws it up to Brammer, foot race. Brammer fouled! Has good defense on Gendron. And let's see, shooting foul. Let's see, did they call a shooting foul? They did. There it is, 2 shots for Brammer. That was a foot race all the way. And so the Crusaders could go up by 4 here with Brammer at the stripe. First one, all net. And you got the big man now, Smart, coming in. And again, this is their advantage because Briggs is on the bench. So he will get opportunities to shoot from the outside. Brammer to shoot another one. Try to go up by 4. And he's 2 for 2, and those were all net. 31-27 with 52 ticks to go in the third. Here's LaFleur. LaFleur will get it up to Stodd. Stodd dribbling to the hoop, still going, tries to put it up from the baseline, no good. There's Brammer with a rebound. Is that 42 who got whistled? It was. That's 3 on him. So as soon as he comes in the game, he gets another foul. 6 on PCA now in this first half. 42 ticks, and the Crusaders will have it in the backcourt. Here comes Brammer. Brammer's got to get past LaFleur, and he'll cross over and just dish it off to Ellingwood. See if the Crusaders hold up for 1 possession. They're up by 6. Ellingwood hands it off to Kazarian. Kazarian at the top of the perimeter. Gives it off to Ellingwood. Ellingwood to the foul line to Kuba. Kuba taking to the hoop. Holds up. Gives it back to Kazarian. Kazarian gets a pick from Ellingwood. And they go back to Brammer. 17 ticks to go. Ellingwood has it. Goes back to the point to Brammer. Brammer wants the number 1. Number 1 with the left hand. It's going to go to the right wing. Brammer flips back to Kazarian. Kazarian pops right straight away off the back of the rim. Annan gets the rebound on the floor, and that will be expired. And it's the end of the third quarter, and what a game. 4-point edge for the Crusaders. 31-20. All right. Oh, whoops. Hopefully Glenn's still there. Yep, there it is.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, welcome back. Friday night basketball. We're here at Foley, WLTN, WLTNradio.com, 1400 AM, 98.5 FM. And what a game, 31-27. Crusaders are up by 4, and it's fourth quarter. And LaFleur will have the first possession. He'll dribble to the hoop and get a layup. 31-29 now, just like that, with 7:40 to go. Here's a steal by Stodd. They're playing the post defense. Stodd wants to go all the way and puts it up and in. And we're tied, 31-31 again, with 7:30 to go. In the offensive zone, Kazarian's got it. He'll go left wing to Annan. Annan back to Kazarian. Kazarian getting it picked by Ellingwood. Goes back to the left wing to Brammer. Brammer in the post for Annan. Annan back to Brammer. Catch and shoot. No good. Rebound will go to the big man, Devin Smart. Smart will get it off to LaFleur, and he'll get it to his guard, Bradley. But Bradley will give it just by pass, and they'll see what develops for spacing as they finally get it into the front court. Stodd in the corner, left side, moves it around on the wing. He'll go back to Bradley at the point and gives it back to LaFleur. LaFleur getting a pick, looking to see if anything's open. Still going. It's deflected away. Crusaders come up with it. Ellingwood will move it up to Brammer. Brammer feeds it all the way up to Kuba on that right wing. It's rotated back around, and Brammer will reset. Brammer, right wing, Kazarian. Kazarian getting a pick. Takes the shot, puts it up, and that won't go. Loose ball. Kazarian gets his rebound. Where's the foul? Oh, my. Kazarian just got whacked. No call. And then the rebound goes to PCA, and PCA gets a call. And Kazarian got hit. He got hit. You could see him move. 31 all. It goes back to PCA. Swallowing the whistle. Here comes Stodd. Stodd stripped. It's going to stay PCA again as it goes out of bounds. And now you can hear the Crusader Nation starting to voice their concern in this fourth quarter. So here we go, getting down to the nitty-gritty. 31 apiece with 6:13 on the clock. PCA will have it in the offensive zone. And now refs having they're going to have a message with LaFleur, and now they're going to talk to the coach about it. So let's see. Trying to control the game here, but no whistles on it. So we will inbound. Smart with it. Smart will get it in. Stodd back to Brad. Actually, that's Toll. Toll back to the big man. No good. That was Smart trying to throw up that three. No good. The Crusaders get the rebound. Here's Brammer. Brammer to Kuba at the point. Goes to the left wing to Kazarian. Kazarian looking for a pick. Flips around, looks for the roll. Gets it to Annan. Annan in the post. Gets it back to Kazarian. Head fake. Goes into the paint. Puts it back to Brammer, who finds Annan. Annan wants the money ball. No good. Tipped around. There's a rebound by Stodd. PCA has a chance to take the lead with 5:38 to go. Here goes Toll. Gets it in the hands of Bradley. And 10 seconds. So they were taking their time, not thinking. Not even had defensive pressure on them. And they were trying to set up a play and ends up being a 10-second call. So it goes to the Crusaders. What an interesting possession that was. So here we go. Kazarian with it. Kazarian will go over to Brammer. And now we got a whistle and a player control. And that's going against Littleton. And the thing is, it's against these little guys. Looks like that's against Ellingwood. That will be the fourth on Ellingwood. So they're looking for the elbows. They're looking for anything that, well, I don't know if you call it, it's not unsportsmanlike, but I guess the physical game is out. So here we go in the offensive zone. LaFleur with it. LaFleur trying to make a move. He goes up with it. Again, loose rebound. And again, LaFleur chases it down and gets his own rebound. They put it to Toll. Toll wants a money ball. No good. Here's Ellingwood trying to get it. Here's a shirt pull by PCA. No call. And now Annan will get the loose ball. It's up to Kazarian. Kazarian puts it over to the right wing to Brammer. Back to Kazarian. Kazarian looking for the spacing. Goes over to Annan in the corner. Back to Kazarian. Kazarian over to Brammer. Brammer looking for a pick, goes baseline, puts it up, and puts it in on the baseline move left side. Big hoop there, 33-31. And now we got a timeout with 4:35. So there we go. Like we said, John, start with shooting. If that doesn't work, since the last couple of years they've been here. And obviously it's working for him. And he's making it happen. So here comes the defense of Littleton. And LaFleur has it in the backcourt. They'll get it up to Toll. Toll in the front court now. Here's Stodd all alone as McCormick. And they beat the press breaker and get an easy two. 33-all. So 4-19. Let's see what they do. We're almost hitting stall time if Crusaders can get a surge. Down, it's thrown away. Stodd with another steal. Deflected up. And Kuba will get that steal. And here comes Kazarian. Kazarian gets it to Brammer. Brammer off the glass for two. Hustle play there by the Crusaders. 3:56 to go. 35-33. Here comes LaFleur. He'll dump it over to Toll. Toll will play pass with Bradley. They move it around. LaFleur back to Stodd. Stodd shot. And he gets the back of the rim and it sits down. That looked like he overshot it, but he got it to go. 35-all, 3:33 to go. Here comes Paradise. Paradise gonna go to Briggs. Briggs back in the game with 4 fouls. There's a shot by Kuba, deflected around. Loose ball. Kuba gets his own rebound. Goes up with it, and there's a block by LaFleur. Again, he's got the lift. So the possession goes back to PCA. Here is LaFleur. LaFleur stolen by Kuba. It goes up to Paradise, and Paradise will slow it down with 3:05 to go. Gets it off to Briggs, who just gives it back to Paradise to reset his dribble. Goes to the top of the circle to Brammer. Brammer getting a pick. Wants to go baseline. Goes baseline to Briggs. Briggs got the defender up the air, and he traveled with it. So turnover. That was a big one. It goes back to PCA with 2:50 to go, and we got another timeout by Coach Atkins. And what a game we have here for a final. 2:50, and it gave the Crusaders enough to go up by 4, 31-27. But now we're all tied again, 35-35, with 2:50 to go. So it'll be Toll to inbound in the backcourt, right in front of Mike Rodriguez, who's keeping that knee elevated. and trying to be the sixth man for his team in this situation as he went out with that knee injury in the second quarter. Toll with it. Will go off and get it to LaFleur. LaFleur now is going to take it himself. He's at the point. LaFleur looking for an opening. Paradise swatting at it. Paradise still trying to get it, and LaFleur still going. And there's a 5-second. Good defense by Paradise. That's a big pivotal play right there. So a turnover. And LaFleur, you can't be a one-man show if you got defense on you. And that caused the turnover. So 2:30 to go, 35 apiece. And Paradise will get it into the front court for Brammer. Brammer getting the pick from Kuba. Looking for the roll, nothing there. Kuba will save it for Paradise. Paradise will go to Kazarian. Dumps it in the corner for Briggs. McCormick on him. They find Brammer cutting across. Brammer with a head fake, no good. Rebound will go to LaFleur. LaFleur will get it out to Toll. Toll thinking about it, but instead passes it off to Bradley. McCormick flips behind and gets it to Stodd. Stodd gets the foul. And that will put PCA at the line. And that's a night for him. So Logan Briggs will have 5 fouls. And he will be a spectator for the rest of this game. Coach Howard played in his case. Why do you call a tic-tac foul on that end? Where Cy Kazarian gets taken out with a hip check and you don't blow the whistle at all. Not too happy. And that's just the issue of consistency. And right now, Littleton not seeing that at all right now. And it puts Stodd at the line for 2. First one is in and out. Again, free throws, the story for this team. Poor free throw shooting. And it's allowing Littleton to hang around, despite what has been going on. Second one on the way, and missed both of them. And so we're still tied at 35 with 1:55. Here comes Paradise. This is the surge you need. And here's a timeout by Coach Howard. He wants this possession. He doesn't want to lose it. And so we have a timeout with 1:49. 35 apiece. If you were going to say the over-under with 4. Oh. All right. So those are things to look at as we get near possible overtime. Hate to say it, but the way this one's going, it's definitely anyone's ball game, though. Everybody has the opportunity to win this game, what we've seen through these 3 quarters in about 6.5 minutes. It's anybody's game to win and anybody's game to lose. And here we go. Paradise will have it. Paradise now getting a pick from Brammer. Nope, he'll just flip to Brammer. Brammer at the point. Brammer trying to take it inside, and we got a foul, a touch foul, and that's going to be free throws. So it'll be a 1-and-1. And now you got Brammer, one of the decent free throw shooters for the team, to take some shots. Third foul will be against LaFleur. So here we go, some crucial free throws here for Danny Brammer. First one, off the back of the rim. Kuba trying to get it. It's Kazarian. Kazarian got it to Kubowski, and it will be Brammer setting up the offense. Swung around is Kazarian. Kazarian flips it to Kuba. Kuba, head fake, puts it off the glass. No good. Rebound on the floor. Ellingwood's got it. There's a foul. And so Ellingwood will go to the line, and if that's on LaFleur, that will be 4. So a lot of hustle there by both teams, and Littleton wins that scrap. That was on LaFleur. Bradley, so that's 4 on him. So we got a 1-and-1 again. Ellingwood at the line this time. One of the better free throw shooters. Up it goes. It's good. 36-35. Littleton fans haven't had almost any time in the second half to cheer, and now you just heard them. 36-35, and they got another one from the line. Second one on the way. No good. Rebound will go to Stod, and PCA still within one possession with 1:20 to go. Here come the Crusaders on defense. LaFleur has to pass it off to Toll. Toll looking for the opening. Puts it down the corner for McCormick. Flipped up. Loose ball. LaFleur keeps it. Uses his dribble. Gets it off to Bradley. Bradley at the foul line for Stod. Stod loses it. Puts it out to the wing in the hands of Toll. Toll double teamed, and now you got a timeout by Coach Atkinson with 59 seconds to go. Final minute of play in this one. The Division IV Championship. Number 2, PCA down 1. Going up against the undefeated Crusaders, 36-35. And what a game it is. Again, thanks for listening on WLTN 1400 AM, 98.5 FM, WLTNradio.com. And thanks again to those sponsors for all year long supporting Crusader basketball. Aero Express, CNS Napa, White Mountain Community College, and Littleton Chevrolet. And Littleton Chevrolet wants you to know that they're making some changes to their Facebook. So check them out on the Littleton Chevrolet site on Facebook.com. So here we go, coming down to the nitty-gritty. 59 seconds and only a 1-point differential. And it took a while for PCA to get there, but they finally made some ground in that third quarter. And Littleton still holding on by a thread, waiting for that big play to develop. And if you expect Coach Howard to get up by 3, get ready for the stall. With under a minute, make them foul. So here we go. Inbounds play. Lobs in the back. It's Bradley with it. Bradley will get it back off to Toll. Toll gives it to LaFleur at the point. LaFleur now looking for some space. LaFleur dribbling around, still going. He frees it up, forced it up there, and it's going to be, well, let's see what we got. We got a call as LaFleur went to the hoop, and they're going to say it went out of bounds. And so another break for PCA. Oh my. Here it is to McCormick. McCormick foul. PCA has a chance to take the lead as Andrew McCormick will get 2 from the stripe. Both teams with 18 fouls. This one's going to be against Brammer, and that's only his second. But what big free throws now. They've struggled all night. McCormick, can he do it? First one is all net. We're tied up, 36 apiece. Now, John, if he makes this, and Coach Howard, you go for the win and stall the clock for shot, or do you take what you get? Missed shot. Rebound. It's going to go to Littleton. Littleton has it with 36. Now that's a no-brainer. You go for the win. And here's the timeout by Coach Howard. 36 apiece with 34 seconds. What a play. And again, PCA struggling from the line gives Littleton another opportunity to take home the trophy. 34 seconds on that clock. Littleton with the ball in the offensive zone. All it is play the 4-man at this point, look for a good shot, and don't give it back. And that means don't do a violation. 3 seconds in the paint, no travel, play it straight. And get that good look. How many times have we seen this all year round, John? Too close and a handful of games this year. So here we go. 34 seconds. 36 apiece. Fourth quarter action here at the Foley Fieldhouse. This is for all the stakes, all the marbles. And Littleton will have it. And the clock will tick down as Paradise will get over half court. Flips it to Brammer. Over to Kazarian. Kazarian will flip it over and into the hands of Paradise. Trying to find an opening. Gets it off and into the hands of Kazarian. Kazarian back to Paradise. Paradise got 10 seconds, and now Coach Howard will take another timeout. So obviously PCA is going to say, well, we're going to either win or lose. We're going to play our defense. And so another timeout by Coach Howard, and going to set up the offensive play now based on what they've seen with the zone shift. And even a whistle here. A whistle Both teams are in the penalty. They could go to the line to shoot free throws if it's a touch foul. Question is, will the refs blow it with 10 seconds on the clock? I don't think you'll see it. Regardless how much the contact, you will not see a whistle for these 10 seconds. So it's going to come down to a play. An open shot and a play, and who's going to be the playmaker for the Crusaders? They have the ball. 10 seconds, almost 11 seconds on the clock. You can feel the energy. It's coming down to this. PCA fans letting them know, you've got this, you've got this. Here are the Crusaders in the backcourt. Paradise has it. Clock ticks down. 9 seconds. There's Ellingwood. Ellingwood looking for an opening. Takes it up. Oh my God! With 3 seconds, Ellingwood gets it. The time expires. The Crusaders win. The Crusaders win. Oh my! We're gonna go on the court and get some commentary. Listen to that crowd. Listen to that crowd. What are you going to say for folks at home?
How do you like that? Get those pizzas ready, Frankie.
Attaboy, attaboy. Anything you guys want to say to the folks at home?
Mom, I love you. Thank you for getting here.
Eric Schaefer, a part of the crowd. Cuba, anything you want to say back home?
I love Ethan. Let's go. Shake your hands. Shake your hands.
All right, so there you go. Crusaders getting their first win since 2003 in a final. It's last one since 1990. Spirit Squad getting ready. They're going to shake hands with these guys, and it developed with Ellingwood going right to the hoop and getting the win. What a game, and it comes down to one possession, and they get it going. We'll take a couple spots and bring it back. We'll get ready for the awards ceremony. You listen to Crusader Basketball right here on WLTN.
All right. First, assistant coach Larry Warhammer. Assistant coach Lee Ritter. Assistant coach George Brown. Manager Rebecca Poole. And now the players.
Thank you very much.
Number 3, Ian Wilson. Number 10, Sean Bradley. Number 12, Chandler Longwood.
How are we looking, Gwen?
Number 14, Joseph Hughes.
Okay, good, because they're almost getting into the Littleton awards.
Number 15, Andrew McCormick. Number 20, Paul Scotty. Number 21, AJ Chase. Number 23, Ethan Foley. Number 24, Hawkins Larson.
All right, thanks, Gwen.
Number 32, Leo Zhao. Number 33, Joe Cole.
All right, welcome back. Friday night basketball. And since 1990, the Littleton Crusaders have not won a championship until about 2 minutes ago, where the Crusaders get the go-ahead basket by Ethan Ellingwood with just a drive to the hoop, got a good look at it, and made it go in from the baseline. And that was enough to take time off the clock and get the win. 38-36, the Littleton Crusaders are the D4 champions, undefeated season, 22-0. And the last time it was done, 1990, when Trevor Howard was a three-point shooter coming off the bench. So there you go. They've been in the finals 3 times. This is their 4th time. They get it done, and they get the championship. And that means once these guys leave here, there'll be an escort going through town tonight to the high school. So come on up there and congratulate them for their championship in Division IV basketball. But what a quarter. Crusaders are down. They only scored 5 points in the 3rd, 7 points in the 4th. And that was enough to hold off PCA. And there you go. You can hear the screams as Littleton picking up the plaque. The state champion with Coach Howard. And you got Rodriguez out there, who was a spectator since that 2nd quarter. And what class the Crusaders had. They carried them out to join the pile at the foul line to celebrate. And they all piled up at the foul line. And the whole team will get in there now, and they will get the team photo with the plaque, all of them. Coaches, Abinay Burra, they are all there showing it off to the Crusader crowd. Good attendance here by the maroon and white. And what a job. They made it look too difficult, but they end up holding on and getting a 38-36 win. I was actually out on the court with a microphone. I don't know if you heard any of the interviews, but it was loud and a lot of crowd noise. And we just tried to get these guys very emotional on the court. Kuba in tears, they're all in tears. They finally did it. They finally got the championship. And they've been working at it for a good 4 years. Some of these guys, it's taken them a while, but they finally get the first one. And so here we go. The award's going out. Coach Howard will honor his coaches. And now, Abinay Burra will get his medallion for the night. Again, these guys will be traveling back. So get ready for them. Expect to have them on the road probably around 9 o'clock by the time this one gets over. They're going to have some talk in the locker room. So here we go. First one out is Cooper Paradise.
Lose it.
Second one. Hey, Chad Moody.
That's 4th, Chad.
Shit, I timed out.
Number 20, Danny Bremer. Number 21, Caleb Nelson.
Oh, hey, yeah, the website reset. All right, just put us on whenever. Yep. Yep. All right, welcome back. Getting some spotty reflections in here off the wireless, but they're going through the award ceremony right now for the Crusaders. And there you go. They're going through the roster. They've got the nets. They've got got the game ball. They've got the plaque. Everyone's taking pictures. They're in front of the home crowd. Nobody's left. This place is full. And you're hearing the crowd noise of that Littleton squad. And again, the Crusaders getting it done, 38-36.